Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We spent 3 days in Boston and I want to show you what we did, what we ate and drank, and of course how much it all costs. So let's go. We stayed at the Kimpton Marlowe Hotel in Cambridge. It was located right on the Charles River, about a 20-minute walk into the heart of Boston. And the best part of staying at the Kimpton is dogs stay free. So now for an evening walk into the North End. It's a beautiful day in Boston. First stop was Regina Pizza, which had a long line to dine in, but you are able to walk in and get some slices to go, which we did. And then we went to a nearby park to sit and enjoy them. Next was Bova's Bakery. So we just had Bova's cannoli, the original and the Florentine. Definitely loved the Florentine crispy shell. Cream was super light and fluffy, so the ratio worked out pretty well. I thought it was going to be a little bit too much, but the shell was delicious. We killed it. I was very surprised. Staff was very rude though. We anticipated on trying modern pastry and Mike's, but since it was Saturday in the North End, it was quite crowded. Lines were extremely long, so we hit Pauli's next for a hot buttered lobster roll. This cost us about $30 plus tip, which I think was fairly reasonable for a lobster roll and French fries. They were very generous on the lobster meat portions. It was cooked perfectly, so it wasn't overly chewy, and the best part is, when you get down to those last bites, all that butter soaked into the roll with the small pieces of lobster. So good. For dinner, we drove out to Somerville to SARMA. We didn't have a reservation, so we spoke with the bartender, joined the wait list for 2 seats at the bar. Which is great about this place is there's cocktail counters all around the bar area when you could order a drink or even a limited meze menu. The concept is Turkish mezes, elevating Mediterranean cuisine with bold flavors of spices and fresh herbs. Hey guys, good morning. Just got up. It's about 10 a.m. Got some coffee downstairs at the hotel and taking Farley for a little walk. There's a really nice park right next to the Kimpton, right on the river. Not necessarily for dogs, but has dog bags and a little green space. It's very nice. So to recap last night, after we walked around, we went to SARMA for dinner, and it was good. It was packed. We waited in the queue for the bar and we sat fairly quickly. I would say we got around to drinks and waited maybe 20 minutes. Staff was really nice. Everything we had was very good, but I would say the cornbread was excellent. I don't think we talked about anything else the whole night but the cornbread. It was amazing. It was feta, honey, sesame, little chilies, but super crispy on the outside. I've never had cornbread that fluffy and moist. Nice little spice to it. It was honestly one of the best cornbreads I've had in my life, and I've eaten a lot of cornbread. I've tried making cornbreads that I thought were really good, but it was impressive how they got it to be what it was. So for today's plans, we are going to head over to Beacon Hill, walk around, probably get a little breakfast at Tate, check out Boston Public and Boston Common parks. Our goal is to get to TONINO around 5 today to walk in for dinner, since it's pretty hard to get a reservation and it seems to be a highly rated restaurant. It seems like it's worth it from what we've read about. So that's what the day plan is, so come along. Here's the little park right here on the river, right next to the Kimpton Hotel. Really cute, nice little willow trees. You enjoying it, Fiz? Then hit the iconic Acorn Street. It was a Sunday afternoon, so it was quite crowded with everyone taking their photos. I do recommend coming back if you can on a weekday evening. We came back on a Monday evening with much less people around. Beacon Hill Books and Cafe is a woman-owned business located in the 19th century townhouse that spans several floors with a curated book selection and even a floor dedicated to children's books. An extremely cozy and elegant atmosphere. On the lowest level is the cafe that offers indoor and outdoor seating. Public Garden is a 24-acre park which was established in 1837, making it America's first public botanical garden and being known for its Victorian-era landscaping. Filled with paved walkways, statues, floral arrangements, bridges, and a 4-acre lagoon in the center of the garden. Also, don't forget to please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I have many more travel videos coming up next on our trips to Hawaii and Asia, so stay tuned for those coming out soon. It's greatly appreciated as I start my YouTube journey. We headed over to Mike and Patty's for a little brunch sandwich since we hadn't eaten yet. We got the breakfast grilled crack sandwich. It's got crispy bacon, it's cheesy, a fried egg, and we added the house mayo, which definitely pulled the sandwich together. Highly recommend. Sourdough is nicely buttered and crispy on the outside but soft on the inside. We got it to go and went to the park down the street to enjoy. Then it was time for a little dessert to Bakey, also known as Bakey Babka. A bakery cafe known for its babka, sweet and savory varieties. We got their well-loved chocolate babka and the apple, which I believe is a seasonal option.
Raspberry is another flavor they're also known for. Chocolate was absolutely the best babka I've ever had. It was just moist, just the right amount of chocolate, a little crisp on the outside. I couldn't stop eating this one. Apple was also very good, and it was a nice contrast to the chocolate. Baked apples inside, topped with a little frosting. Overall, highly recommend some bakey babkas. We next walked through Boston Common, known as America's oldest park starting in 1634. It's a great place for picnics, concerts, city events are held year-round, and even an ice skating rink in the winter. Beautiful landscaping and some flowers where we saw a great place to take a photo shoot of our dog, Farley. Open Newbury Street is a pedestrian-only event which takes place on select Sundays from July to September from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., where Berkeley Street to Massachusetts Avenue are closed down for walking, dining, shopping, and much more. This day happened to be the last day, which was September 21st. For dinner, we headed to TONINO, a very difficult reservation to get, but we arrived just at the opening and we were lucky to get table for two before a 6:45 reservation was expected to sit. They also have a small bar for walk-ins for 2 people. The menu looked so good, but we committed to getting 5 pastas. Wine pairing was excellent. My wife got Lambrusco. I got a beautiful Sicilian white. But honestly, at the end, the Panna Cotta was the showstopper. The texture was light, the sweetness of the melon, the sugared basil was something I never knew I needed, and it all came together beautifully. Overall, Tonino, standout meal, great food, great wine, great service. Now off to Contessa to watch the sunset from the roof and have a few cocktails. We decided to check out one more bar for a little nightcap at Mariel, a Cuban-inspired restaurant.
Guys, good morning. We are now in Boston's waterfront. We're getting some lunch. We're gonna try the New England clam chowder at Boston's Sail Loft. Unfortunately, they don't allow dogs, and we brought ours with us, so we couldn't sit outside on their patio. They don't have a permit, so we're getting it to go. We're gonna eat it in this little park right here, and then we're gonna venture on to find some other little bites and check out more of the waterfront, and then eventually probably back into the North End for a little more cannoli tasting. It's pretty good. It's almost like buttery. I'm sure there's butter, cream. If you get a clam, there's obviously that little saltiness, but I'm getting mostly potatoes. That clam was pretty good. I mean, a cup is maybe, you could see the clams though.
Up Bagels is a favorite of ours. We've been to the one in Manhattan, but we had to stop by the one in Boston. You get 3 bagels and a cream cheese or butter for $15 here. We got the additional maple butter, which was $7. Well worth it. These bagels are best eaten warm, fluffy inside, little crispy outside. I could not stop eating. I could have probably had 3 more bagels. Get yourself some pop-up bagels. Guys, just stopping back at the hotel. Now we are head over to Harvard Square and go to Tate, Felipe's, Daily Provisions, and just walk around Harvard. Provisions is another favorite. Highly recommend the bacon, egg, and cheese, which we did not get. We did get 1 maple cruller for $4.95, which I failed to take a picture of. We are back over to Boston Common Park, which is the start of the Freedom Trail. It is a 2.5-mile walking route where you follow a red brick path line that connects 16 historical sites that are significant to the American Revolution and early U.S. history. Home of the Parker House rolls and the banana cream pie.
It's the Boston cream pie, not the banana cream pie. Sorry about that. We didn't complete all the spots as we were getting tight on time, and we may have missed a few by not paying attention, but we headed down back into the North End to try Modern Pastry and Mike's Pastry to finish off our cannoli tastings. Honestly, both of them were really good. I'd have to say personally, I like Mike's a little more. I like the Florentine style over the classic. I would gladly eat both again. They're both obviously a little different style, but I couldn't say one was better than the other. We loved both of them. They were delicious. Then we Ubered from the North End over to GUFO for dinner. Started off with a few cocktails. My wife had the Almost Famous. I had the Smoke on the Water. It was overall a solid meal. We ate more than we needed to. We definitely loved the pepperoni and vodka pizza. Meatballs were great. Arancini. Highly recommend GUFO. So it's our last day in Boston. We're about to head out and get on the road. We stopped in Michette out in Somerville. I got the Panna Cotta, my favorite. A lot of good other items there, but we just got this, and we're now at Yankee Lobster in the Seaport. My wife is going to get some fried shrimp that she loves. Well, she loves fried shrimp, but she's trying them here at Yankee Lobster. Very good. Buttery, flaky. I just love a chocolate croissant. $5.35. A little pricey, but it's good.
Well, that concludes our weekend in Boston, and now let's get down to what it cost for us for 3 days in Boston. A lot of this trip was inspired by our Amex Platinum benefit refresh for hotel collection or fine hotels and resorts was up to $600 a year, so you get $300 semi-annually. So we booked our hotel at the Kimpton Marlowe in Cambridge for $586 with a special offer of giving us one night free and $100 food and beverage credit to use on property. One reason we love the Kimpton hotels is because our dog can join us and there is no charge for pets in the hotel. They also offer potty bags and treats. So in total, our hotel cost us $286 after the statement credit was removed. Next category is restaurants. This is something we're particularly bad at and we usually tend to spend a little more money at, but for these 3 days we spent $817. That may be quite high, but that could have been quite good for us. I will say that with the Amex Platinum again, it is now a $400 Resi credit. So use your card at a Resi restaurant and each quarter you get $100 deducted. So after our SARMA charge was processed on our credit card, we got $100 back. And then we got $50 statement credit back because we paid with our Amex Gold at TONINO Restaurant. Amex Gold offers a $100 yearly credit, making it $50 off a Resi restaurant semi-annually. So $150 of that was Resi credits from our 2 Amex cards that we have. If anyone is interested in the Amex Platinum for its benefits, I have a referral link in the description if you would like to check it out. Moving on to our next category is takeout. This included things like Regina Pizzeria, Mike and Patty's breakfast sandwich, and Pauli's lobster roll. In this category, we spent a total of $149. We were hoping to make this category a little higher and restaurants or dining out a little lower, but it is what it is. Next is cocktails and drinks. This was a little bit low for us, I would say, at $97. This included our cocktails at Contessa and Marielle. Sweets is another category that can be a little high for us. This came to a total of $94. This was any sweet or pastry that we picked up along the way. Even on our way out of Boston, we stopped at a few pastry shops to take some things home with us that we really liked. Next is coffee, which came to a total of $37, which I would say that's not that bad. Walking around Boston all day, you needed a little pick-me-up. And last category is transportation. In transportation, we spent a total of $97. That included our gas for the 5-hour trip from New York to Boston, tolls, and parking. We found a lot of street parking in Cambridge. We had to be a little strategic and time it right to get the hours of the metered parking and pay for it, but it saved us a lot of money because to park in the hotel at the Kimpton was $30 a night. So overall in Boston, for 3 days, it cost us $1,640. That's $546 a day for 2 people. I would say it could be a little higher than we wanted to do, but we had a great weekend, we had great food, weather was beautiful, and we really enjoyed our time in Boston. Well, thank you so much for watching this video on our weekend in Boston and what it cost us. If you could, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and leave a comment down below on some of your favorite places to eat in Boston. I would love some more lobster roll recommendations for the next time. See you in the next one.